Jimin finally opened up. Jungkook's big decision made his emotions explode. Face screaming in fear, broken heart. The atmosphere in the ARMY community has been hot, tense, and full of questions since the issue about Jungkook's big decision emerged in recent days. Rumors that Jungkook had secretly made a decision that even the other members were not fully aware of began to spread widely, and wild speculations sprang up. But what really changed was when Jimin, the man Jungkook had always been closest to, finally spoke up. And what he revealed not only shocked, but also broke the emotions of many people. From the beginning, the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook has always been characterized by moments that are complex, emotional, and full of unique dynamics. Now, when the rumors about the big decision began to strengthen, the attention of the entire ARMY was automatically drawn to Jimin's reaction. A lot of people thought they knew it first. But Jimin's silence for several days actually made everything even more mysterious. Then came the moment when Jimin finally spoke up, expressing his feelings that had been held back all this time. And his reaction turned out to be much more emotional than anyone imagined. His words not only describe his shock, but also his disbelief, anxiety, and long-held inner conflict with Jungkook. When Jimin spoke, the world seemed to pause. He began with a slow tone, as if still weighing every word so as not to explode. But the further he spoke, the more unbearable the emotion that wanted to come out. His eyes seemed to be teary, his voice was trembling, and his hands clenched into fists several times, as if they were holding something very heavy. ARMY viewers described it as one of Jimin's most candid and spontaneous moments in public. What made things even more dramatic was the fact that Jimin himself did not expect that Jungkook would take such a big step without informing himself in advance. They're known to be very close, from trainee training, debut, growth, to difficult times in their career journey. But when Jungkook takes a decision that has a long impact without telling Jimin first, that's what makes Jimin's emotional bomb explode. In the broadcast he said, in a voice he tried to stabilize, that he felt shocked, a little lost for words, and even felt left out because Jungkook didn't discuss it with him. He admitted that usually, in every important matter, Jungkook always comes to him first, at least to hear his opinion or just to make sure he is not under pressure alone, but this time it was different. Jungkook keeps everything tight, and Jimin wasn't ready. When he said he was a little heartbroken, hundreds of thousands of comments flooded into his live broadcast. Many soldiers were silent, some were crying, some were transfixed, and some immediately realized that Jungkook's decision must be so big and so personal that he couldn't talk to anyone about it. After a while, Jimin stopped talking. He lowered his head, took a deep breath, and then began to tell about the true chronology. He said that he learned the news not from Jungkook, but from a third person, something he never imagined would happen. Hearing that, the expression on his face changed. There are wounds, there are aggravations, but the most powerful is concern. Jimin tries to understand Jungkook, but it is clear that there is a sense of hurt and disappointment that he cannot hide. He admitted that he tried many times to calm down and think positively, but his heart remained chaotic. He wondered, why didn't Jungkook say anything? Why did he feel he had to carry it all alone? The questions he said while closing his eyes, as if trying to ease the turmoil in him. What made many people even more emotional was when Jimin finally said that he tried to contact Jungkook after learning of the decision. But Jungkook did not immediately reply. He did not mention the duration, but Jimin said that the moment of waiting was very long and painful. ARMY immediately felt how deep and honest the wound was. When Jungkook finally replied, the answer was not to make things easy. According to Jimin's story, Jungkook said that he needed some time alone and wasn't ready to talk. That sentence made Jimin silent for a long time in his live, as if repeating the disbelief that appeared when he first read it. From that point on, Jimin started talking about a much more emotional aspect. He admitted that he was very used to being a place for Jungkook to complain, tell stories, or just calm down. They went through a trainee period together, went through various debut pressures, and together faced challenges as global idols. But Jungkook's decision this time feels different, bigger, heavier, and more secretive. Jimin admitted that he felt abandoned, although he knew that was not Jungkook's intention. Slowly, the tears that he had been holding back from the beginning finally fell as well. ARMY instantly panicked, filling the screen with messages of support. But Jimin continued his story. It says that the strongest sense is actually not anger or disappointment, but fear. He was afraid that Jungkook was carrying something too heavy alone. He was afraid that Jungkook felt himself unreliable. And more than anything, he was afraid of losing the closeness that had been a great pillar in both of their lives. After a few minutes of silence, Jimin finally revealed some of the contents of his conversation with Jungkook. He said that Jungkook finally opened up to a bit of reason, though not entirely. Clearly, the decision had to do with his future, something he thought he should take on his own before talking about it to anyone. Jungkook wanted to make sure he was confident in his move first before sharing it, even with Jimin. Hearing that, Jimin admitted he understood, but the pain didn't just go away. He tries to convince himself that Jungkook is not moving away, but is struggling. But the mixed emotions of love, affection, trust, and fear make everything very complicated. Jimin says that he wants to trust Jungkook completely, but he also wants Jungkook to know that he is there for him, that he doesn't have to carry everything on his own. Towards the end of the broadcast, Jimin's tone turned softer. He started talking about his hope. He hoped Jungkook would call him back soon and have a heart-to-heart talk. He said that he wanted to hear everything directly from Jungkook's mouth, without filters, without distance. He also confirmed that no matter what Jungkook decides, he wants to stay by the side of his beloved sister. When he said, "I just want Jungkook not to feel alone," ARMY around the world really broke. Comments flooded the screens with sentences of support, love, and passion for both. Many have described this moment as one of Jimin's most human and most emotional pieces, a moment that shows how fragile and sincere the relationship they have is. After that broadcast ended, news of Jimin's reaction instantly exploded across the platform. Related hashtags both shot to the top of trending. Many fans are rediscussing all their moments, looking for clues as to what Jungkook is really up against and putting together a huge puzzle that is now the world spotlight. Meanwhile, the situation is getting tense. Jungkook has not yet issued a further statement. Everyone's waiting, and no one knows when the two will speak directly or when the story will come to light. But one thing is certain, the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook is at its most emotional. Surprise, misunderstanding, and sincerity mixed into one, making their every move big news. Any emotions that arise, pain, love, fear, and hope are all clearly visible, and ARMY cannot distract for a second. This story is not finished. Jungkook hasn't opened everything yet. Jimin is still waiting, and the world is holding its breath, waiting for a great conversation between two people whose relationship is always deeper than it seems. If they finally meet and talk, that moment will certainly be one of the most important points in their journey. And the ARMY? They're ready. With hope, with tension, and with a love that never goes out.